Hey, it's Head Coach Jordan here from Without Bounds now on Instagram. Make sure that if you haven't watched the last video on the first day of As a Man Thinketh by James Allen, drop him a bookmark here. We read the first day, now we want to go on to the second day. So if you haven't caught the first, go catch that. It's got some powerful information there that's going to help you conquer the day and conquer the next moment of your life, sacrificing what does not matter to you and focusing on what does, to lift yourself into that high state of consciousness, baby. So we're here at the second morning now. You ready? Let's do this. None but right acts can follow right thoughts. None but a right life can follow right acts. And by living a right life, all blessedness is achieved. Mind is the master power that molds and makes, and man is mind, and evermore he takes the tool of thought, and shaping what he wills, brings forth 1,000 joys, 1,000 ills. He thinks in secret, and it comes to pass. Environment is but his looking glass. Oof, love this. So we got to kind of break this down piece by piece here. So what James Allen is imploring you to understand is that if you want your life to be a blessed life, we've got to reverse engineer it. So he talks about the blessed life being one that is followed by, a right life. A right life is followed by right acts, and right acts are followed by right thoughts. So what you need to start taking into context here is think about how you show up to the day, in the first one. If you have this mindset of, the day is just gonna happen, I just gotta show up, that's all I gotta do, F this, F that, I don't really care, those are your thoughts. So what kind of actions are you gonna be taking from that place? What kind of, heartfelt, compassionate living are you gonna be doing? What kind of success are you going to be creating for yourself and for your future and for your family? How are you going to be affecting those around you by having those types of thoughts, by taking action from that place, by living a life from that place? Well, it stinks. And it doesn't mean that we don't have those thoughts. If you're building a life of blessedness, if you're building a life of integrity, it means putting aside those thoughts, letting them go. Like, you hear the noises in this woods? I can record them, sure, but I can't grab them. I can't capture them and hold on to them. No, they go. And your thoughts are like that. My thoughts are like that. Believe me, I have thoughts that tell me, screw this day, screw this person, screw this. Why do you gotta make these videos? It's like, no, I'm gonna set myself up right here. I'm gonna sit down and create a plan for what I wanna create, and then I'm gonna execute on that plan. Because inside each of us is a line, and on each side is the right life, and on the other side is the wrong life. And that line cuts through you, cuts through me, cuts through every man and woman. And we have a choice each day to decide if you're going to use that power of thought, that power of your mind, to bring forth 1,000 joys, to bring forth 1,000 ills. Because what you think in the privacy of your own mind is going to happen. What you think in here becomes the lens through which you see the world. If I didn't change my mind, when I was 18 years old, if I didn't change my mind thinking that, I'm entitled to everything, mom and dad, they work their asses off, and look at them, they're overweight, they don't like life. Why should I bother working? Why should I bother living like that? And then I had to look at my life and be like, dude, you're an idiot. You're getting it wrong. You're not realizing that a life of blessedness comes from hard work. A life of blessedness comes from elevating your mind and your responsibility, by elevating what you can account for. Instead, I was choosing to bring forth 1,000 ills into my life. And that's why I ended up in jail, baby. That's why I was in an orange jumpsuit with orange Crocs, not in the beautiful woods, not in a beautiful life. But now, over 10 years later, over 7, 8 years later from those terrible rock bottom moments where I was bringing forth 1,000 ills into my life, Just like in day one, I decided to show up to the day with a cheerful spirit, to see the power that my mind and being has to mold a better world. You have that power. You have the ability to make your life better. You have the ability to bring justice into your day, and justice into your nights, and justice into your society by choosing to right yourself. Boom. Big move. Let's read second evening now. Calmness of mind is one of the beautiful jewels of wisdom. A man becomes calm in the measure that he understands himself as a thought-evolved being, and as he develops a right understanding and sees more and more clearly the internal relations of things by the actions of cause and effect, he ceases to fret and fume, and worry and grieve, and remains poised, steadfast, and serene. Ooh, I love this one. Why do I love this one? Well, I love this one because this one is basically speaking to the ability to recognize what's in your control and what's out of your control. So by claiming calmness, by being able to grab that jewel of wisdom, so the jewels of wisdom refer, I believe, to what Christ, I'm not Christian, but we do try to bring in all the good things, take all the great things, and leave the rest behind. We do hold on here to what James Allen is talking to in these jewels of wisdom. And calmness is a jewel of wisdom. So you can become calm by recognizing that you have thoughts, and by choosing better thoughts, meaning thinking consciously like, I am a better person. I'm going to treat people the way I want to be treated. I'm going to not fret and fume about things that are out of my control. By choosing to use your conscious mind in a way that, again, brings forth 1,000 joys for yourself, you can begin to understand more clearly your own role in your life, the role that your mind plays. Because when you're passively letting thoughts just go and go, passively letting mean-spirited, anger, depressive thoughts, neglectful, nihilistic thoughts just go on through without being addressed, without starving them of their energy, without seeing how it's like a domino effect, a downward spiral. It's like in the first reading, he talks about showing up to the day with cheerfulness. Because what happens? It's cause and effect. And if you can see that the cause of your being, your conscious, potential to shift your day, to shift the lives of others and make impact in your life and others, then you will see that the cause and effect of things can become better. You can increase the better causes and effects that you produce in the world, and stop fretting and fuming over the things that you can't control. Stop worrying and grieving about things that are out of your hands, and start getting into that mode where you recognize, here's what I can do. So what I ask you is, what can you do to let go of the things that do not matter to you? To let go of the things, not that they don't matter to you, excuse me, but to take charge of what is in your power to change, and to influence others in that cheerfulness, to influence others for 1,000 joys, not for 1,000 ills, to influence others to that higher level of consciousness, to sacrifice the animal thoughts, to sacrifice the violence, to sacrifice the aggression, but to hold on to the power that you have for calmness, serenity, steadfastness, and poise. So what James Allen is seeking from you here is to let go, baby. To let go and let live. And to choose wisely what you will approach the day with and approach your life with. If that doesn't make sense to you, just make sure you leave your comments and questions below. I'm here to answer anything that you want. I'm here to talk to you. If you want to talk about this, just shoot us a message. Be well.